still feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? What's up, flipping tricks? What's up, hitting all decibels? Pop out chat. Put this down a little bit. Put this over here. And move it up. Music. Not forget music today. Oh my god, you guys, does anybody watch basketball? Them playoffs are good. It was so good to beat the Knicks last night. And I'm glad other people were complaining about Jalen Brunson flopping because I was like yelling at the screen. Yeah, I'm playing DVD. I got open lobbies tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow and Fridays. I don't hate the Warriors. They're not my favorite team or anything either. You know, it's funny, this is like a super hot take, but I actually like Draymond Green. I like Steph Curry. But they have won enough. But Jimmy hasn't won. And you're like, 4 championships is enough. Oh yeah, we're not doing open lobbies today anyway. I did it like 6 straight months of open lobbies, but I do like solo queue as well, and I missed solo queue. I used to solo all the way to Iridescent 1 every single month, and then do open lobbies the rest, but we just designated days, Wednesday and Friday. We like asked everybody in chat. Because at first I was thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they were like, Friday is the best day for like most people. I was like, all right, so Friday and Monday, I'm like, it's too far apart. Like Wednesday and Friday, because at least I'm live the day before on Tuesday, or I can be like, hey, it's open lobbies tomorrow. As opposed to like not streaming on the weekend, and then coming back on Monday like, hey, open lobbies. With no warning, essentially. Hey, what's up, Polydoro? Alright. What's up, Banana Man? Sable. I gotta fuck up with Jumpsuit Jake first. And then I can do Sable. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, nice. I was like, is my headphones turned down? No. They were turned down a little bit too much, but not awful. Oh, I have to throw pallets. Dude, this sucks. I even threw 2 yesterday, but the second one didn't count as being in chase. That was BS. Like, really? I hate throwing pallets. I threw 48 last year, and I've already thrown more than that this year. I've already thrown like 50. Sucks. But last year was as little as I could have possibly thrown. I felt guilty sometimes not throwing pallets. I'm like, I should have thrown that. Like times where you're going to go down from basement and you're like, no, I'm not on Deathhook. I won't throw it. And even then I wasn't throwing on Deathhook because I was trying to greed too much. And I was like, damn, that sucks. I need to throw more pallets next year. But last year, like I said, that was for science. Because people were asking me how much does greeting pallets really work. It's like, fuck it. I'll just like not throw pallets the whole year. You have to throw some pallets. But 48 includes, that includes farming killers, which like, who was it? One of the killers that was farming with, we threw 2, because most farming killers would only throw 1, and then I didn't want to throw another one. I'm like, no, because these count. But what? One of the farming killers I threw 2, I remember, because it came in chat. I'm just trying to remember who it was. Oh. I got this on the playlist twice. It just restarted. Put it on random and press next. Yeah, here we go. So Cornelius. Have a strong player base? Yeah, I'd say so. For an 8-year-old game. Comparing it to my other games I played that are like Gears of War Ultimate Edition. 8 years later, there's nobody on that. At least I haven't tried to play, so maybe there is still people on Gears Ultimate Edition. I don't want to throw pallets though. Big Sag. This is on a Family Guy episode, right? How much battery do I got? How many hours do I got? Like 10,000. Unless I'm playing bad. It's not 10,000 yet, but they're like somewhere around there. Definitely over 9,000. It's over 9,000! Unless I'm playing bad, then I only have how many hours I have on Steam. And then I definitely don't have any other hours on any other platform. When I'm playing bad, I only have 8,587. You know? I can't see. What's up, Kelly? Hey, everybody go follow Kelly. Kelly's awesome peeps. Kelly was live earlier today. I'm gonna play some more 2v8 with Kelly when it comes back. If it ever becomes a permanent playlist, I want to do 2v8 Tuesday, which would be just called Tuesday, because then we can do killer with some peeps. Do Kelly and Resolve Live or Joy Potato Style, like playing with different peeps. Nice. Thank you. I was just about to do that. How many pallets have I dropped this year? Like 50 already. It sucks. That's already more than I've dropped all last year. That's what sucks. I'm like, dude, we're not even halfway. But like, I should have been throwing. There was games where I felt guilty not throwing a pallet. Like, you'd be first found by Oni, and the only thing you can do is try to throw a pallet to not give a first super easy free hit. And I should have thrown those, but I didn't. Uh-oh. Just hit me and take me this way. That they're gonna go for the thingy. Dang it, I wanted to try to connect these two, but I don't think it's long enough. Against this killer. It might be long enough against an M1 killer to go back and forth window to window, because they changed which window spawned in that last update. I guess we could just do this. Also, what's up, Sad Bun? What's up, Deontay? Did you watch that game, Deontay? I know you watch basketball. Did you watch Pistons game? No problem if you didn't, though. I usually watch all the I can't watch all of both playoff games tonight, though. They're at the same time. Who else is playing? It's the Bucks and the Pacers, right? And then who's playing at 7:30? Because Bucks and Pacers start at 7. And then is it Cleveland and Miami? Is that who's playing? What's up, Axis? Like, should I stay here or should I run away? Staying here is the good one now. Infectious fright. And then is the Lakers the late game? Or is it the Warriors, actually? Someone like the Warriors in here earlier. I was gonna hate the Warriors. I don't love them. The Warrior, I mean, everyone hated Zaza. That's why, didn't they change the rules because of Zaza? He was constantly sticking his feet underneath people trying to land and trying to get people hurt. Hey, what's up, MLT? What's up, Ghostface? See, that's the type of stuff I consider dirty. When somebody says somebody's dirty, that's what I kind of think. Like trying to get somebody hurt in subtle ways like that. Dude, Zaza got so many people hurt. That's not even basketball. But that's why they changed the rule now. If you stick your feet under somebody landing, they get, is it 2 free throws and the ball? I think it is 2 free throws and the ball, right? Jake's been hooked already. I just need to go this way. Is there anything to loop though? There we go. There is. I gotta get warm. What does that mean by get warm? Damn, I'm not warm yet. I don't think I could have thrown that pallet. My positioning wasn't good enough. Perfect pallet to go work on. I want to see if I can loop that one again at some point. That's how you warm up. You get like something tight you need to try to react around. American Truck Sim. Nice. What's this new game that's like drug dealing sim I keep hearing about? Or people just keep saying like super hard drugs, but super commonly. Oh, Schedule 1, yeah. This shit does sound funny though, but isn't that like game not even released or something? It's like technically, isn't it like in, like, well, not beta, what do they call it? Pre-release? Hey, what's up, Cornelius? I have a video about it, but I just basically think it's easier on Survivor. I play mouse and keyboard on Killer. But there's actually a tile. I'm going to make a video in either like 2 or 3 weeks. I can make it right now, but uh-oh. I try to Kobe. I should definitely try to Kobe. I am not giving up on Hook, though. Dang it. I was going to go see if we could warm up to that rock again. I can't remember. I just need to take a day and like put all the voice commands in, because there was like an update one day, but it hasn't updated since. But I had like just finished putting all the soundboard buttons on, and like within a week of that, they all reset, but nothing has reset since that. So I was like, all right, I think so. Like this, right? So I press 2 buttons to get to that screen and that screen, and then you can hear like,
"Get those nuts away from my face."
Although I couldn't hear anything. Did you guys hear anything? It messed up again in terms of the output. I need to put it on the right thing. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Read it. Dang it. Alright, you guys heard it. I need to go back to the thingy and put it. That's like another thing I need to check, actually. Alright, they did not go into second phase, but I need to take this aggro here. So if I am on death hook. No! Let's open. I have to get this. You should run though. I don't think healing is a good idea. But yeah, this shit's hilarious, man. This fucking game. Oh fuck. You run wide and not get hit. No! I can't. There's following over here. Oh, nice. Time to loop the new fence. Aw. Because it made this fence the teeniest bit smaller. Big Goofy turn around already. I wasn't even being chased. Oh god. They're just kidding. God, what's this from? I have too many like random sound bits just in my head in general. Oh, that's from Half Baked. I was up all night getting harassed. Oh my god, I haven't watched Half Baked in forever. It's in there deep enough though, where I'm like, what is this from? I can hear it in my head. I know I have tons of commands, but I only have like 3. Because I started doing it and then realized it was going to take me like an hour at least. And I was like, I don't have time for this that day. And then I just haven't gotten around to it. Because whenever I have extra time, I'm like, no, I should spend this time editing that. Oh, fuck. Edward is familiar with this one. I always love when someone's familiar with Edward. Is this endgame bell? Watch, I try to open this and it's blocked. It's not. Yeah, no TatorHead to scare the shit out of me. Those are like the most fun killer builds to play against, but they're terrible against like Swifts. Because oh, here he comes. That's so much fun being like genuinely jump scared hard as fuck. I'm on the open the door express now. We should open the doors. Although I did that yesterday and it was Blood Warden. I was like, why does this happen? Because you know they say if you don't open the door, it gets people killed. Yes, let's go. What if he crawled all the way over here? Dang it. You wuss, go for the great. Also, what's up, Wadia? Yeah, funny. funny. Yeah, funny match. If you smoked as much as you want. Oh, shit. We were gonna go back, and then they picked him up. It was like, damn. I knew it wasn't Blood Warden, though. They go for a... yeah, I was even thinking, I was like, do they go for a Mori? Oh, they're a controller. Good shit. It's still the best, but only in 4-man, so pubs should open. I opened and it was Blood Warden. I couldn't believe it. And I started opening the doors like... I can't even remember. I think I might have one time last week and it didn't backfire. I'm like, okay, maybe opening the doors is the right... And then I definitely had where the doors were 99 and it did backfire twice last week. And I was like, okay, just open. But then the second time of opening the doors is Blood Warden. I'm like, damn it. You're right, it is funnier. It was better. At least I think it makes it more fun. Ghost Daily, or Ghost Dilly maybe? Thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Alright, I need another one because even when I wasn't in chase, I was big goofy turnaround. I wasn't even being chased anymore. Just bad. What's up, Siggy? I don't think it negatively affects my hunger though, but I don't smoke like an insane amount. I know it looks like I do. I smoke 0.75 of a gram every day. Usually I can have leftover, really. Sometimes I'm like, alright, well, this is the rest of the weed I got. It's like a fat bowl. Then the day I'm okay. I usually weigh it out at the beginning of the day. I weigh out 0.15 of this and 0.3 of this in one grinder. Oh, it's over there on the rolling thing. And then that is like the very first pinch of the day, and then like the second bowl is like the real smoke, like first smoke of the day. And that's oh, I definitely grind. I have 3 different grinders. Oh, why was it holding up grind your bud? Freaking automod. See, here we go. Remember as we were talking yesterday, I was like, it has some like really absurd times where automod holds it up. I said like the word suck and it didn't hold up suck, and I was like, okay, well I guess not the word suck. But yep, and then I grind up 0.3 of this, which is indica. for the end of the night. So the sativa that I have less of, because I got 1 ounce of the sativa, and then 2 ounces of the hybrid, and then 2 ounces of the indica. And that'll last me like 6 months. At least. It'll probably last me more, like 7, because I'm still smoking my old weed on the weekends. I'm literally smoking the same amount on the weekends, because I'm like, it's just good. I mean, I smoked a little bit more this weekend because it was 420, but... now it threw me off, because then I had a bit left over from yesterday, and I'm like, what do I do? Do I keep having bits left over for the next day, and that's the first smoke? Like, I guess, why not? Just keep doing that till the weekend, and then that's the first smoke on the weekend, and then I can smoke the old weed. It's always better to buy in bulk. Oh, it's not open lobbies. Excuse me, I'm sorry, mate. We do open lobbies on Wednesdays and Fridays, though. We did open lobbies for like 6 months straight, and I was like, I miss solo queue. I like solo queue. It was Wraith, right? Scared the shit out of me. I mean, no, he didn't. I wouldn't lose my composure over a mere pixels on a screen with some sound effects. There's Demogorgon too. I even saw the Demogorgon earlier. I was gonna remember which killer it was, but I was high. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll probably forget again, 'cause I was high. La da 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 da. I'm singing this song again, and I know why. Aw. I was gonna try to sneak that way. Which window do I have? Did you already break it? You already broke the door anyway. Yeah, we can sit here and try to loop this into the window, and then run upstairs and try to loop around the thing. Damn it! Almost. Didn't think he'd be able to get that. Good shit. Yeah, you know what's funny? A lot of people haven't heard that part, Deontay. Because when I downloaded, because I got high on LimeWire, it was that version. But on Apple Music, there's like 5 different length versions on where they cut it out at. But that's like the complete one. Let's go back to Marshall Derby and hang some more chickens, cause fuck it. Fuck the corporate world, biatch. But I didn't realize a lot of people hadn't heard that. I was like, what? Well, like I said, I just got lucky apparently. Because on whichever one I downloaded from LimeWire, it was definitely there. I guess do the gen. Oh, maybe. Not to pressure the killer anymore. They're already playing demo. It doesn't even look like they have any slowdowns. That wasn't the first song I heard by Afro Man, though. The first song I heard by him, once again, you download on LimeWire, but it was Cult. We called it Cult 45. It was just called Crazy Rap. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. Because, of course, we were just teenage boys, you know. Listening to that song. You know, this song's hilarious. Columbine 98, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Okay, nice. Am I getting chased? Must get unhooked ski. Yeah, neither had I. I hadn't smoked weed till later. Because I'm trying to remember how old I was when I heard this song. I think the Pistons had already won the champ. That might have been the summer I heard it, actually. Because someone we were playing basketball with was rapping it. We thought it was funny. And then it was like that night going, all right, where's LimeWire? Something like that. Actually might have been the year I was 12. trying to remember who was rapping it. It was either Cecil or Sia. I think it was definitely Cecil. Trying to remember this the other day too, because if you don't have people on Facebook, you're like trying to remember people's names and stuff, or trying to find them on Facebook every now and then. That's how I found out Kiefer had died, actually, because I was trying to find him on Facebook. Oh shit. Yay. Aw. Anything. No, with the wide way again. Okay, nice. Doesn't matter. It was a simple pallet gym. I was like, I'm at the same spot. Yeah, because I'm thinking, I was like, what was the summer where like we met everybody in the neighborhood? And I'm like, that was 2004. Because everybody, like every kid was playing basketball because the Pistons won the championship. You could literally just walk around the neighborhood and like find someone to play basketball with. It was awesome. And like whoever you met that summer, that was like what lasted. Like there's some crazy fuckers too. Oh my god. Richard. There's this huge hornet's nest that grew on this tree. And we were like throwing like, because there's an apple tree across the street. We were like getting the apples that fell from the ground that didn't have like bugs around it and stuff. And we were throwing them at the hornet's nest. And he just walks up to it with a fucking stick and just slaps it. It's like, holy shit. You know, they talk about like the best summer ever. That was definitely that summer. But all like everybody was out from ages like, well, I was like, depends, because like Melvin's sister was like, but we wouldn't have known Melvin's sister if she wasn't Melvin's sister, you know. I was like, technically she was the youngest, but she was like practically in diapers. That's why I was like, that doesn't count. Melvin was the one that was that was mad about TatorHead when we were playing Halo at that hotel party. That was making me laugh my ass off. It's like the whole reason I even kept the tag TatorHead was because of Melvin. That's hilarious. He was raging, and like, it's some guy named TatorHead. It just made it so funny to me. It's like the goofiest name ever. He's like, "Fuck TatorHead." What the fuck? Oh, they'll probably hurt instead of help. I'm the worst body blocker in the world, dude. I was trying. I promise you, Fung, I was trying. I need to mark that one too for bad body blocking. Oh yeah, we do not have time. That's a good point. Just in case it's blood warning. I'll be honest though, that's why that end of that one movie. Has anyone seen that movie Stand By Me with the kids? If you watch that as an adult, dude, that fucking made me cry, the end of that movie. He like looks right at the camera. But it was finally on sale. I finally got it this year. Because I remembered, I'm like, I remember this movie being really great. That movie is really great. But that was why, like, summer exactly when I was 12 years old when the Pistons won the championship and everybody was out. Because, like, you're not in school in summer, obviously. It's like, the second you heard, like, a basketball dribbling somewhere, you're, like, getting up to go outside, ride bikes and shit. And that's literally the final line to that movie. It's like, I never had friends again like I did when I was 12. Jesus, does anyone? Or does he say God, does anyone? That's one or the other. I was about to say they're interchangeable, right? It's supposed to be. Maybe it is pretty important. This is why I shouldn't speak on religious things, because of my ignorance. But that's not even the point of the line. The religious part's not the point of the line. The point of the line is like, does anybody ever have friends like they did when they were 12? And I'm like, damn! He looks right at the camera before he says that. And I was like, wow. That hit hard. Because then I was thinking about, like, Kiefer. Kiefer's house got broke into, and he got stabbed. No, he got shot. He didn't get stabbed. Shot's better. And a little bit. You're thinking of, like, how quick it would be. But I was just looking up Kiefer, and then there it was. Kiefer Johnson. He was high school football coach. But the movie has people like that, right? Like, he's talking about, like, what happened to his other friends, kind of like what it does at The Sandlot. But it's, like, heavier than The Sandlot. It's like, this guy got into drugs and then fell apart, and then this, and then, but then he got better, and then this and that, you know? And it was like, damn, the end of that movie is so heavy. But in the best way. That's a great movie. What's up, Black House Creations? What's going on? Hey, how you doing, mate? What's up, Zach? Oh, shit. I don't think I have Big Goofy Turnaround or anything, did I? Because I need to play Sable. I think I can play Sable.
Super.
We're all playing a bunch of different basketball games. Because you could play Lightning with a bunch of different kids. Like, if you didn't have, like, a bunch of people to, like, let's play 3-on-3 basketball. Like, that's why I was talking about different age. I was like, because everybody could play Lightning. If you had, like, different age kids. Because DeMarco was, like, 7. Keontae was, like, 10. And me, Anthony, and Matthew were 12. So was Malcolm and Brandon. And Kiefer, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We didn't see Kiefer too much that summer. We started seeing him more and more, like, later. Hey, this is Randy Orton's song. I'm like, where do I know this from? Yeah, Patches, did you watch that game? Tell me I wasn't nuts for, like, whining the whole game about Jalen Brunson flopping. Somebody in the Pistons Reddit put a picture of Magikarp. You know, it says Magikarp, and then it says flail times 30 or whatever. And they just copy-pasted Jalen Brunson and put it on Magikarp card. It was really funny. But I went into the Knicks Reddit as well, and they were all complaining about it too. I was like, thank fuck, because people think New York fans are bad. New York fans are not bad. And they're not bandwagon fans either. They've always been behind the Knicks no matter how bad they were for years. I mean, they're definitely over-emotional at the games. With the reactions, but that's what makes MSG awesome, you know? Madison Square Garden, if you don't watch sports, because if you're like, MSG, it's unreal. Interesting. MSG is nuts. I think this is like the best first playoff series ever. And they won one game. I never cared what was happening. Because even if we just made the play-in this year, that would have been like a huge, like, thank fuck we don't have to break up the core and this and that. Because last year was so bad. And I was like, if this year, and I believed in them, I'm like, come on. Don't trade anybody, don't do anything. And they didn't. They're so much better. But dude, Asar Thompson was getting the shittiest end of that stick, dude. I was so annoyed. But then I was reading all the comments in the NBA Reddit, because I was looking at all three. In the NBA Reddit, there's so much. I think that was like one of the most upvoted posts today. In the NBA Reddit. That was like, the post was like the 5th foul from Asar Thompson. Where he just like tripped and fell. And then flung himself at Asar while he was falling. Who was moving backwards and got called for his 5th foul. And like, there's, you know how people have like their team they're supporting? It was from all different types of teams that were like, dude, I couldn't even barely watch this game because of this. I was like, yeah, I was raging. Like, my throat was a little sore because I kept yelling once again last night. This is my favorite team. Because, you know, you always try, you know how you say how, like, video games and sports is like an outlet? It's like the Pistons are like my passion. I don't play basketball, but It's almost the opposite of an outlet. The Pistons like stress me the fuck out in a great way. It doesn't help me release. It's like, but in a good way. I love the Pistons too much. That's my team. The same thing, I have a huge childhood connection because that summer we were just talking about, the reason it was so good and everybody was outside was because the Pistons won the championship that year. They beat Kobe and Shaq in the finals. That was before they split up. That was when they split up, was because they lost to the Pistons. I think I have to trade here anyway. I only think she had like 10 to 15 seconds before she went in another. Uh-oh. Yay! What's up, Rodriguez? No problem. I'm working on Toba Landing right now. I should have gotten more work than I did, but... Okay. You know how, like, you argue with yourself, like, you should be editing, you should not be sitting here reading Reddit comments, you shouldn't, you know what I mean, like, about the Pistons game and watching YouTube videos about the Pistons game. But then I realized something, right? This was the first time the Pistons won a single playoff... Run! The first time the Pistons won a single playoff game in 17 years. 17 years, my favorite team. Apparently, this was not just the longest losing streak in playoffs, because they lost 15 straight games in the playoffs. Because the last 2 times they were in the playoffs, they got swept. Maybe even last 3 times. Yeah, I think even the last 3 times they were in the playoffs. They were just like an 8 seed that barely snuck in and got swept. But apparently that was the longest playoff losing streak in any sport history. Like in baseball, football, hockey, soccer, like anything. It was the longest playoff losing streak of all time. Because I was even thinking, I'm like, why did this game feel so fucking good? I was like, we didn't win the championship or anything, obviously. But it felt like we did. It was like, holy shit. I was like, I don't know why I'm so hyped from this. First playoff basketball. That means every other time we got swept. I remember somebody saying that in the Pistons Reddit earlier this year. When people are asking why there's so much hype around the Pistons. They're like, they're just kind of mediocre. We're like, yeah, but this is like the first time in years that we might make the playoffs, and there's a confidence that there's a possibility we won't get swept. Whereas every other time we went in the playoffs, we're like, yeah, we're going to get swept. We're the 8th seed. That's not really that good. This year, it's like, hey, we might win a game. We won a game. It's fucking amazing. I should have got more editing done, though. Because that's all I did was sit here and... I'm like, oh my god, we won a fucking playoff game. I haven't felt this way in 17 years, which is over half my life, waiting for one playoff game win. It's fucking awesome. I can't wait. But I should have gotten more... let me do this first. Actually, no. I shall take. Because I'm on a regular gen. Okay, they're down there. They stopped. I was like, maybe we could heal? But they kept running. I'm like, alright. Because it could be on communications. No, it's a bot. Is the bot going for a hook? Oh, they're down there. Alright, nice. I always forget, you gotta pay attention when they, damn it! That's, by the way, in that new update, when they said they were going to work on a safety net for skill checks, that's what I think they're working on. Having that have a bigger... Because all I did, I was waiting for this TV to turn on so I could go turn it off. And the second it turns on, I get off the gen to turn it off, and it gives me a skill check and I blow it, you know? I remember watching Scott Jun talk about that, and he's like, nobody likes this. He's like, this isn't good for anybody. It doesn't benefit anything, except for the killer just gets, like, for nothing. But the killers do everything they can get. Most killers. That's the problem. So just play nice or nice. I went to say blight, nurse and blight, and it said nice. I still hear the music like I'm in the office. That's funny. There we go. That's 10%, yeah. That's a bit much. What is going on over there? We got all 3 gens dead. She Kobe'd. That's hilarious. Yeah, like the stream. I always forget that you can like the stream on YouTube. There really are pluses and minuses to both YouTube and Twitch. Twitch, if you like the music I'm playing, is a plus. If you don't like the music I'm playing, there's YouTube, which has less ads and you can skip the ads. Oh, fuck. Where is this thing at? It's right here. Which has less ads and you can skip the ads. I'm pretty sure you can, at least. And it's way easier to rewind. But Twitch has music if it's a good thing. Has alerts and sound beds and shit like that. Redemptions. Channel points. Like, everything like that. This has, like, the extra stuff. But it does have more ads. You're required to run 3 minutes of ads. Or have pre-roll ads. And everything I ever read anywhere says if you're trying to grow your stream, not to run pre-roll ads. That's because somebody will open your stream, get hit by an ad immediately, and they'll just close the stream. It's pretty true. You can see that. I mean, I know the rules, obviously. So, if I'm blowing up somebody's stream, I'm like, oh, they're doing the pre-roll. But that's what I do. I'm still reconsidering doing like 3 1-minute breaks because you have to run the 3 minutes. And I've been doing 2 breaks of is this enough? I've been doing 2 breaks. I think this is enough. She's killable. I just need to open this shit and get out. So she can try to get Hatch, maybe. Because I can't body block or anything. I thought about going all the way to the other one and opening the gate. I feel like it's a better option to just try to give her Hatch. Right? She's getting chased again, you know? So I think I'm just going to leave and try to give her Hatch. I want to see, though. I'm sticking around to watch this. Oh, she's right there. Good stuff. Then she could be teabagging me. Oh, if I was on controller, I was about to be like, I was leaving to give you a chance at Hatch. Yeah, after the Kobe, that was pretty epic. Oh, see, this isn't going to stack next time, right? So they Kobe'd and then they got slapped. So that whole time they were broken, they had the extra 10% speed. Which one's this? And the haste boon. That's epic. That's funny. All from the Kobe, though. Good shit. Gonna change what you've done to me. Oh my god, that was the game we were playing, because when it get too dark to play basketball or ride bikes, we'd all play games. I remember we were playing WrestleMania 19, I think. Yeah, we were pressing WrestleMania 19.
Right.
That was such a good summer. We were all like making our own characters with their own entrances. The stunner was OP in WrestleMania 19. Because in WrestleMania 19, it was an amount of time you had. You would just activate your special, and you could just keep hitting them with specials. So if you wanted to, the stunner was super fast. So you could hit them with your special, with the stunner, and then pick them back up, stunner them, pick them back up, stunner them, pick her back up, stunner them. And then pin them. Man, old video games were brutal. Because then they changed that in future. Well, it was Day of Reckoning, I think, was the next one. It was GameCube. Hey, what's up, Lee? How you doing, mate? He's one of the world's best flights. He's like number 8 or something, I think. I haven't checked the leaderboards in a minute, but he's all the way up there. I miss those old wrestling games, though. They were fun. We always do King of the Ring and do tournaments. It was fun because, like, the first round or two in the tournaments, you'd be playing against, like, a bot. And then you get up against one of your friends. Man, that was fun. Playing video games against the peeps so you're in the room. Playing Smash Brothers and whatnot. That's why I always want people making fun of me when I'm whining. It's those good memories. We'd be roasting each other for whining over the video game. And we were kids. That's like the age you expect someone to whine over video games. So like, I'm a 33-year-old man. If I'm whining over the video game, doesn't matter how justifiable the BS was. I'm still whining over a video game. 33. Oh, there he is. Okay. Where do I stand? Yeah, the only way she could have been faster, right? You need a friend, I think. Power of 2 or something like that I've heard about. Oh, wait, yeah. That's a regular gen. That's blood gen. We should do the blood gen, right? Need to find a blood pump. There we go. In plain view, sir. Oh, shit. Nice. Almost worked. If I was on Jumpsuit Jake, I think that would have worked. Damn it. Hey, someone got it back up. I need to make it away from there, though. That's basement, I think. Alright, they got that one. I don't know why that sounds so good, but it does. Filling the blood jug. Just sounds good. them to have the play.
Stop!
Do they double back here? I can't hear the tear radius. Here we go, yay. Oh shit. Yay! I don't know how he didn't bounce though. He definitely got fucked over by the video game. He was literally like touching a flat surface on the wall and it was like, nope. Oh shit. I got lucky again. Normally this would be awful RNG, but it's funny. I should have tried to block him there instead. Oh, that'd be a hard block. I'd have to push him all the way past the hook. Oh, there's no man on this one. Yeah, this is a new version. It's called Dead Sands. I should have been down already, though, maybe. Well, maybe not. It would have just been fun to try to play that lane gym. But he should have definitely bounced. He was touching the edge of the map. Like, he literally was just, like, sliding along that. I was like, well, that shouldn't happen. Nick Cage. Makes it even better after watching that one movie. I want that movie. Movies like that are why I like buying movies on YouTube. What's up, Cask? No, they didn't remove the BP cap. I just haven't spent any blood points in years. So you go over the cap little bits at a time. I'm supposed to be throwing pallets. I keep forgetting this. Because that one challenge I have that's like throw 4 pallets. I just don't like throwing pallets. It's more fun to try to get value off of stuff without using it. So it makes playing Survivor a lot of fun. The risk of it all. Oh my god. He got fucked over by the video game again. My god, he's playing nice too. Because he definitely should have hit Dwight there. Hey, I would love it if they removed the BP cap. Oh, they increased it to 5 million. If they moved the BP cap, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll spend my blood points right now. Play some music. Because then if we really wanted a P100 Five Nights at, because I don't even really care. It's not even like about Five Nights at Freddy's that I'm spending the blood points at Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just that no perks and no add-ons on Killer sucks. And I'm sick of it. 4 years of that was enough. I'm like, I want to spend the BP. I'm like, all right, wait till Five Nights at Freddy's comes out because it'll be funny to P100 a Killer like the day it comes out, you know? Because from my understanding, that's the reason there's a blood point cap anyway. Because we want people maxing out like brand new stuff. Nothing gives me more, that sounds like dirty. It doesn't get me off or anything, but I was like, gives me more pleasure than breaking a dumb rule. I was always that kid though. If you told me like why the rule was there, like don't stick that fork in the oh shit. Like don't stick the fork in the electrical outlet. Like why? And it's like, cause you'll get electrocuted and fucking die. Oh, okay. Hey. Does he have bamboozle? He does have bamboozle. Uh-oh. He used all 5. This is a good ass play. Damn, he knows what I'm doing. Beat it over this way though. Yay. Oh shit. Oh my god. Into this one. Yay! I wouldn't have thrown that normally, but I'm throwing that just because I have the challenge. Yay! Back to this. He has bamboozled though. And if we go around this, if he goes for his power, he's getting fucked over, man. What's up with these bounces? This feels a little cheapened though, because I threw the pallet. Yay. I'm gonna take a risk and leave. Oh, fuck, I did. I went the wrong way. I thought he was gonna vault. Do it. Open. I'm just holding forward. I'm not even trying to turn around and look. And that's why. That feels cheap though. I threw a pallet. I only did it for the challenge though. I still need to throw fucking 2 more. I'm sorry, little Blight. He got fucked over so many times. I was about to be like, feels bad because, but I don't want to tell the killer knows I got fucked over. I don't want to be like, feels bad that you got fucked over. That's why I get chat on their profile. He even said GG, didn't even complain about it or nothing. He got fucked over a bunch of times. I don't know how he was at the edge of the map. Like, literally running into a flat surface, and he's just, like, running into it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But it's a new map. That's why I'm like, that sucks. That's definitely not how it should be. All sneezing darkly, thanks for follow, mate. I appreciate it. Do I know what MEMS 3 is? No, I don't know what MEMS 3 is. At first I was thinking memes, and I'm like, no, it says MEMS 3. What's MEMS stand for? Hey, let's go, Cast Groot. I want more videos out. I got more videos coming out, but we had epic teammates that last game too. Opening the door, body blocking, and everything. What's up, Plondo? I'm doing pretty good. I got no complaints. Hey, good stuff, Sable. I was just saying that. I was like, I got epic teammates too. Body blocking and opening the doors. That feels bad though. That Blake got fucked over. I was saying it. They kept like, it's just like one of those, it's a new map, but like, and a few times there was just bounces where I'm like, I don't think that should have happened. But there's, like that I benefited off of. But like the edge of the map, they ran into the very edge of the map and they were just like running into it. Like, that sucks. Like, because it's not like, I don't think it's not like that on the other maps. But it's a new map. That's what I'm like, I think it was just getting fucked over by the new map. Being a new map. We all know how DBD is. Watch it be like, that's intentional. We wanted a map that Blight sucks at. But that was dumb as fuck. I do not know why he wasn't bouncing off of that. And I was staring right at it. And I'm pretty sure I'd have gotten hit if it would have worked as intended, but it's DBD. You know? Dang it. I got a gen there. Makes it more compelling for a 1v1 actually, right there. Try to make it to that window. That's right here. No, you broke the door. Okay. Did you turn around and come back this way? No, you didn't. Okay. It'd be more interesting to try to 1v1 that, though. Oh, Sinister, we're doing open lobbies tomorrow on Wednesdays and Fridays. We did do open lobbies for like 6 months straight, though. So I figured it'll be like at least 6 months before I'll even expect anyone to even know that at all. But I did miss some solo queue. And we can play more matches in solo queue. And then since you're only doing open lobbies 2 days a week, we can be like more patient with people joining instead of being like, you have 30 seconds to join or I'm readying up. Yeah. I just don't like telling people what to do. I don't like being told what to do really either, so I just don't like telling people what to do. Oh shit. Oh, we could be way have more time. Oh, there's already thrown. I didn't expect this. I think the nerf actually did affect Ghoul a little bit more. I know it didn't seem like that much, but before Ghoul got the nerf, I was like, Ghoul might be stronger than Blight. And since that, I was like, they didn't even hardly nerf him. And now since playing him, I'm like, nah, I think he's like maybe around Dracula strength now. Also, thank you so much, Sinister. Thank you for the subscription, mate. Ooh, what fire you want me to play? I'm just kind of playing Nick Cage for no reason other than I was like, hey, I just watched that one movie. I have all those fires in the game too, so if you want me to play like Saga or I almost said Sable or Tubarao or like James, like the ones that are cosmetic specific. I have them all. All you're saying is never watch it? All right. I mean, it's something horrible. I don't go like out of my way to find stuff. I just kind of see shit on YouTube, a little bit on Twitter. I need to stay over here and loop this like right here. That's the closest, huh? Oh shit. They see my aura though. Do they not? Yeah, here we go. They have bamboozle. Damn it, I stubbed my toe. I don't think that was the difference though. I think my positioning was, I should have just gone for the pallet instead. I wanted to get one loop out of the window. That was bad. Made the wrong decision and stubbed my toe. The double skill issue. Is this what Elvis looked like? You know what's funny? I don't think I have any Elvis like on the playlist. Maybe I have a Christmas. Do I have a Christmas playlist? I can't remember. I remember the one Christmas song. Oh. Oh fuck. We're like playing hot potato with the heels. That was hilarious. I'm sorry, David. That's why I was wanting to get David healed, because he was on Deathhook. I'm so sorry, David. That's terrible. Ooh. Alright, this 1v1's gonna be much harder though. because there's no extra pallet there or generator there. Yep, didn't make it. I was kind of expecting him to change directions, and he never did. That's why I kept like hesitating for a sec. He changed directions. I was ready to turn around, and he never did. Damn it. But like I said, it makes it more interesting as well, because usually when you play this map, I can't really remember a time. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but usually, at least 99.9% of the time, there's a generator in this, and that makes the actual like car tile in the middle longer, and it gives you a little bit more distance to try to play around with. So I wouldn't have had to play like so jittery, waiting for them to change directions at all. Because if you're not ready for that and they change directions, if you have no room to play with, you like have to be on the opposite side. That's what usually having a generator there makes the teeniest little bit safe. Same with the fence on Irie. I was like, it'll work the exact same, but they took the benches off of Irie. I was like, it doesn't seem like, or off of that fence, so it doesn't seem like much, but sometimes that will be the difference between what would have been a pallet throw before, or, sorry, what would have been an extra loop before and what's not possible now. Read it. Dang it. I have to throw a pallet, though. He's not respecting. Damn, I didn't even make it anyway. He didn't respect once I was like, he's not respecting. I was like, I don't even know. No, we didn't get to hear the best part. I'm Nick fucking Cage. Ah, cut. When he like whimpers out, cut. That's the best part. But we got hooked before he could hear it. Big Sag. I played like shit that game. And that happens sometimes. They play cool though. Yeah, I played like shit. Look at this, 7,000 blood points. I mean, it's not super indicative of like how you played, but in this case it was. I wanted to get another 1v1 at that main building, though. I was going to play it as if he was never going to try to mind game or change positions, which is what I did not play it like the first time. But we got caught out of position before making it back there. Who am I supposed to play? Who does Sinister want me to play? Jonathan Byers. Here we go. Jonathan Byers has one of the funniest screams in the whole game. It's like awful. If I remember correctly. Bam! Let me regurgitate the subscription. What's up, T-Bone? I meant to say what's thanks, but then I got chased by the killer as well. I'm sorry, mate, but thanks, mate. Like I said, I wish I had more juicing guides. I got more on the way. I have tons of videos on the way. Senior Zanati, thanks to follow, mate. I appreciate it. This is what I mean by Coldplay, actually. I just realized we had Coldplay. I didn't even know we were listening to. I'm like, oh yeah, this is Coldplay. That's why I like Coldplay, though. It is good background music. Because there's like some other bands where I'm like, I couldn't really get into, because every time I try to get into them, you like sit there doing nothing else, but I'm going to listen to this band now. I'm like, if I did that to Coldplay, I would have hated Coldplay. I'd have been like, this is boring as shit. But I always had Coldplay on when I was like doing homework. I can't have Coldplay on when I'm editing, but I haven't usually have too much on when I'm editing. I usually am just lurking in someone's stream. Till something like really funny happens or something like that, and I'm like, alright, I gotta type here really quick, you know? They say something, we were like, oh wait. Yeah, T-Bone. You know what's funny? T-Bone is making the looping guides help with some of those. Specifically some of the maps I haven't made guides out for yet. But like Azeroth's resting place is an easy one to point to. Because I was going to do Azeroth's resting place. I'm like, that main building's easy as fuck, you know? And then I realized while I was editing that, because the main building rotates one way, most of the time it's facing one way. I actually ran into that, was it Friday or was it, I think it was Friday. It wasn't yesterday, I don't think. Oh shit, wait, I gotta go check and get more blood points from the shop. I'm not famous. I appreciate it, mate. That was a good match. I love this song. Makes me want to watch Little Miss Sunshine. That movie is spectacular. It was on sale on YouTube like a month ago, I want to say. I was like, I remember seeing this movie a long time ago. I think it was really good. Hey, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. If we don't have Pog at main, I probably should try to run docks, right? I don't want to run the small boat. It's too hard. And I'm lazy. The small boat's like, I want to challenge myself looping-wise. Like, no, let me go hump the docks. Because at least it's like, hey, I can get more value out of docks. And it's like I can't get any better at looping the main building either, but I just done that one a lot. Well, it is new killer, though, so I guess no matter where I loop is beneficial to see if the killer can do stuff. Because sometimes you're, like, thinking immediately, you're like, I shouldn't be able to do this. Like, run around the back way or something like that. But then you see, like, there's nothing for the killer to grab onto, and it's like a round curve, and you're like, huh, this actually kind of works against this killer. I'm not saying that'll happen, but... Because I think the last time I tried to loop it, it didn't work. But I could also just make mistakes and shit. And you gotta try the same thing over and over and over and over and over to see how often something works. Because that's more... than try to pick the most consistent thing. It covers the most bases. Buyers. I'm not Quentin, I'm playing as Jonathan Byers. He does look like Quentin though. To be honest. They're wearing similar clothes. But T-Bone, on Azeroth's resting place, when I was editing down the games for it, I realized that there was like 2 cars by the open door. The one that's always open, not by the breakable door. And then the truck with the extra barrels around the truck. And I was like, do those spawn there every time? And I was like going through and I realized they spawn every time. So then you're thinking like, could I loop around like the double cars like once or twice and then cut to the window? You sure can. And then it's like, what about a projectile killer? And you're like, can I loop around the truck that they can't shoot over and they're 110 so it gives you more reaction time? You can, but it's so hard. But a projectile killer at that main building anyway is like either handing you a free hit or if they're patient. The other way is like you could crouch juke at the window or something and get them to shoot, but other than that it's like one single window and they're projectile killer. That's kind of what they're made for. It's shutting down like one single window if you vault it. If you don't vault it, that's what I mean by patient, and they just sit there looking at you and nowhere to go. But if you're coming in, the long wall's always on the right side of that window, right? When you jump it and go around, and right near the front is where the truck is. So you can loop around this and cut to the front if you want, but it's almost better to go around this way and cut around the corner. And then the other 2 cars are closer to the open door by the long wall. So if you're on top of your pathing, you can get 2 full loops around those 2 cars before cutting to the window. And it kind of forces them out of the mind game of like double backing. They can, but they'd have to go so far out of their way that it would be like completely pointless for them to. Did anybody watch the NBA though? Did anybody watch that Pistons game last night? What did you guys think about Jalen Brunson flumping? Dude, I was driving me nuts. That Clippers game was great too. Kawhi Leonard, what the fuck, man? Kawhi Leonard comes out of nowhere. This guy hasn't played basketball. I was thinking about what Chuck was saying. I'm like, this guy hasn't played basketball in like how long? And all of a sudden he comes back like fucking Superman. He's like, he doesn't get rusty or anything. Like, let's be going back to that summer, right? Like when we were 12 and we were playing basketball like every day. Like if you didn't play basketball for one day, the next day you're like, dang, I feel a little rusty. Like you could even tell like I'm out of rhythm just for a little bit, obviously. But it was like more than like your normal warm up. It's like, dang. And he's like, this guy doesn't play for 3 years and comes back and shoots like 90% from the. It's like, what the fuck? How do you do that? Oh fuck, I'm gonna end up looping this shit. I am. This is bad. Where do I go? Or should I go this way? Yeah, he shot over 90% from 2, and he shot like, what, 4 of 7 from 3? He went like 11 of 12 from 2 and like 4 of 7 from 3. He was not missing anything. Yeah, Kawhi's a monster. He has my utmost respect because he plays such good defense. That's why I don't like Luka much, because he doesn't play like any defense, and it drives me nuts. Don't double back. He double back, that sucks. I don't even know if he meant to. I think he was leaving chase, actually. I hate doing that, because then it's like assuming that the killer didn't even mean to do that. But at the same time, it's like, I actually think that's what was happening. Because he would just slap me. Oh, yeah. I have a medkit. Yeah, Cade plays great defense. Cade already played good defense before they got Asar Thompson last year. But you could tell, like, even like the first game of the season last year, you could tell that Cade was paying attention to Asar. Because his defense was so much better. Now he's like a great defender. Like we were all talking, no! And now I can't heal myself because I'm a dumbass. We were all talking trash about how they had to sub out Jalen Brunson for like 3 seconds for defense. And it's like, you don't ever have to sub out Cade for that. You know what's funny? I love Steph Curry. He's definitely the greatest shooter of all time, and that's not even close. Oh, I have to throw a pallet. This big Sedge. Is that... Do I have a mod that can type exclamation pallet? I have to throw another one. I'm gonna get a stupid challenge done. I hate throwing pallets, man. It's so boring. It's so much fun to try to get as much value as you can without throwing it. But then I don't ever throw it, you know? Well, I want this fucking challenge done. It's been days. I had to throw 4 pallets. I got 3 of them today, or 2 of them today, I suppose. Now I'm up to 3. Like that Blight game, that would have been like, felt like super epic escape, but it was like, oh, but I threw a pallet. I wasn't even throwing it to try to escape, I was just throwing it because I'm like, I have this challenge. But the pallet throw soils it. I could have even greeted this pallet again. They backed off again. You know what I mean? Like, dang, man. Stupid challenge. Get it out of the way. Escalators! T-Bone, there's a pair of escalators on Hawkins, too. It doesn't always spawn, but there's one of the small rooms you can get. There's 2 staircases, and then up top there's a window on both sides. That room is hilarious. And the funny thing is, the staircase, when you run from the bottom side to the other side, there's like a tube in the middle that's curved, and there's a pallet there. So a lot of times the killer will think you're trying to mind game the pallet because they can't see you if they're coming down at the perfect angle, and you're running back up the stairs, so you just keep resetting it. But the one in Hawkins was actually the original escalators. But we started making fun of RPD escalators because Hawkins got taken away. And then RPD came out and it was like, escalators, we got another pair, you know? It was like another room with like 2 pairs, one on each side. That Hawkins room's hilarious. That one feels more like, although, like I said, the RPD is 100%. RPD has the funniest loops. Oh my god. No, I haven't made a vid on that one yet. There's a lot of videos I need to make, but you can only do like one at a time. Unfortunately. I'm gonna open it. Oh no, she has to know she has to take a hit. Oh my god! She's amazing. Holy shit. Because I was exposed. Good shit, wow. We have some epic teammates today as well. Oh yeah, Loma Sunshine. Has anyone seen that movie? That's a great movie. Air controller, good stuff. So that's like the one thing where I really struggle when I get frustrated. I've gotten to the point now where I stopped caring about like what would I do about changing this killer. But I was always really frustrated with it because like the auto aim, right, the free hit, and I'm like, well, that's the only thing they've ever actually done for DBD where it feels like they were genuinely trying to bridge the gap between mouse and keyboard and controller. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I hate to change that. It just made me frustrated trying to come up with some, and I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll just stop caring. You know? The lazy and better option when it comes to video games is not caring. Boo. That's terrible. I wanted blood points. I was like, I might get to 143 million. Just kidding. Ooh. Login awards, though. That's only going to be like 50, I think, though, isn't it? Here we go. Nice. Need to throw one more pallet. Big Sag. I've had this thing for days. I'm going to make, like, at least 2 videos on Hawkins this summer, though, because that's going to be... That one and Family Residence are probably going to be the last 2 guides I make, because I need the most examples of. Family Residence has, like, subtly the most complicated main building in the game. There's 3 different setups of Family Residence, and there's a lot of, like... the macro is almost unimportant. You almost never get it to work like the cookie cutter loop that you're sort of working towards, and then the little things you do to make it work back that way. It's like there's 3 different versions of that main building, and it's not alright, because forever I thought... That was another one we were talking about, actually, when I said, like, making the looping guides maybe better. Talking to T-Bone. Because that was one where I didn't know... I thought it was RNG, which one was on the right and which one was on the left, but there's 3 different main buildings, right? So if you look at one window, you can know exactly what other window you have. Hey, thanks, mate. They're being nice. They're like, nice vids, mate. I don't remember what I was talking about. Gator Creeper, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Keeps making me want to watch Little Miss Sunshine, though. That's a great movie. The beginning of that movie is great. It's kind of like, has anyone seen Gilbert Grape? What's Eating Gilbert Grape? It's the same thing with that movie, where if you watch the beginning of it, you're like, man, I gotta watch this whole movie. And it's like the same type of beginning where it's like a nice, comfortable beginning to the movie. You know, even though there's already some, like, sadness to both right off the bat. Jenna RJ, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. This might be a hot take, but maybe it's not a hot take, but I actually think that's Leonardo DiCaprio's best performance in any movie. Dang it. Him playing Arnie Grape was, like, he was incredible. Yeah, and Little Miss Sunshine is a great cast, too. You know what's funny is it's still trying to figure it out, because you know when actors play like a certain role but you don't like the roles that it's not like you just don't like the characters that they're... Aw, nice. Might as well get value off of it, just like she's doing. Nice, good stuff. Can I reset this already, or is it not? Nice. Aw. Oh, it's still set. Okay. I couldn't see the smoke for some reason. Because I'm a dumbass. Catch Me If You Can. I haven't watched that movie in forever. I have that one on YouTube, too. I'm starting to say that too much. Been working on a movie collection on YouTube. Because they have a Hot Deals of the Week page. And if it's $5 or less, and it's the movie I want, I'll usually get it. Started talking about that Nick Cage movie. That's why I don't like the streaming services. So we watched this great movie, yay! But I can't even go back and watch it again because I took it off. It's like, aw. this, that'd be hilarious. Yeah. Random Z-wall value. Yeah. Oh, what? Damn it. I don't know if I have enough distance, so I wanted to make it back to this window, though. Or this pallet. I think we do. Read it again. Make it this way. Damn it! This is what I mean by it's so much more fun not to throw the pallet. I have to throw another pallet, though. I hate it. I have to get that stupid challenge done. I've had it for days. But Paul Dano, right, and Little Miss Sunshine, I can never decide if I don't like... It's okay to like not like somebody's acting, you know? I always think the same thing with Edward Norton. I'm like, I don't know if I like his acting, but I like all these movies he's in, and I'm like, why do I... You know what I mean? I'm like, it doesn't like bother me too much. It's just like, you know, I don't know why. But Paul Dano, right? I'm like, I don't know if it's like I don't like his acting that much, or I just don't like the characters. He plays the characters well. That's why I'm like, Like in There Will Be Blood. And then like Little Miss Sunshine, he's supposed to be like the angsty teen. He is actually going through stuff, but you know. What else did I see him in? Oh, The Fableman. Where he's like kind of like the misunderstanding father. He wasn't the typical Disney dad. We always made fun of those Disney Channel original movies. We always called them Disney dads. Because the dad would always be like super... I mean, that happens. Like, it's not like it doesn't happen, but it was like every single Disney Channel original movie was like the unsupportive dad that would always drag his feet. But by the end of the movie, that had like turned to leave because it was so like formulaic. Oh, shit. Kind of like how, you know how Hallmark movies are super formulaic. You know exactly what's going to happen before you watch one. Disney Channel original movies, though, those are, I haven't watched those in forever, but some of those I loved as a kid. And, like, I wonder how bad they would be now. And some of them, like, I like literally think about kind of often. Like Brink. Does anybody remember Brink? When he's like failing and not skating well at the tournament, and then his sister's just like, skate better, and he's like, skate better. Skate better. That's what I should do. I should just skate better. He's like, thanks, sis. Then he does. He goes and skates better. This shit's hilarious. Yeah, it's basically his sister was telling him to get good. That's hilarious. Oh. I don't think I'll make it. Nope. Oh shit, he's got a devour. Makes it a little bit harder with the dog because you can't see him over it. Got to take a little bit more risks instead of trying to play it safe, which ended up being too risky. That one totem is devour. Unfortunate, I was on it. That would actually be a decent example of how communications. There's a person on in the main building, if I communicate, like, don't come down the hallway, I'm on the totem. That's not his fault, we're not on communications. People yelling at their teammates and be like, you brought the killer to me. It's like, they know you were there. Like, I know for a fact they can't hear you. What's up? What's up, Hi? How you doing, mate? Wait, do you watch basketball? I keep asking peeps. I'm like, what do you think? My favorite sport team won in a playoff game for the first time in 17 years. And I'm like, who watches this? I was seriously up way too late last night reading stuff in Reddits about the Pistons. And I'm like, this is amazing. Is it the? It's not the fifth stack. Yeah, I have started to consider that recently. I still like doing no perks in Survivor. On Killer though, it's miserable, and I'm ending that this summer when 5 Nights at Freddy's comes out and spending blood points. But people have said like you could just run like aura reading builds that are like, because even like healing perks, I'm like that still would be perks even if you're on communications. They're like, but like aura reading perks where you're just seeing where the teammate is and stuff like that. They're like that's stuff that you get for free on communications anyway. And I was like, it's a good point. What's up? What's up, Daniel? Yeah, you already know. You know what time I'm going. Or if you don't, it's 4:20 p.m. Monday through Friday. Well, that was not it. Have I seen another totem though? I don't know that I have seen one. There it goes. I'm sorry, Jake. Jake was on Deathlock anyway, to be fair, but still. What do they call it? Like grave robber? Grave digger. No, grave digger would be like I'm digging in, but that's the same thing. Grave digger, grave robber. What's up, Mr. Pungalung? What's Pangaling? I'm sorry. I have started to re-guess after saying Fang wrong for years. And then being like, it's actually Feng. And my roommate was like, yeah, like Feng Shui. And I was like, I didn't realize I was Chinese. I don't know why, but I thought that was French. This is what I mean by I'm a dumbass. One day, I'll be a little bit less of a dumbass, hopefully. Undo the thing first. No, I'll go for the unhook. Are they on the other side? Because the other door is like directly across the map from me.
Yeah.
I think it was Penta, yeah. The same thing, T-Bone. And I can't fault people either. I mean, there's not like sports at all, but even if they grew up like in a good sports city, it's like the thing that really got me into sports. My parents love sports, but what really got me. Ooh. Damn, I wasn't at the right angle. That'd have been sick though. I'll just wait just to find out. They call it fuck around and find out, right? Damn it! I fucked around and found out the wrong way. I was fucking around, seeing how far I could walk. Talk about... Is that irony? Is that what they call that? That's terrible. Hey, they're on controller. Good stuff. Oh yeah, Little Miss Sunshine. I can't hear this song and not think of Little Miss Sunshine. This song is like playing the whole movie, isn't it? Practically. Hey, that was the killer, right? Good stuff. I don't know anyone plays killer on controller. I forgot. I need to throw a pallet. Damn it. I hate throwing pallets, so it's no fun. And then you end up like wasting a pallet because you went out of a way to throw a pallet and you take a hit. You're like, damn it. I'm just trying to get... Well, I guess it would get the challenge done. Might as well. You always wanted to believe... And thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. You receive... Who's playing tonight? I want to see if I can pull up that. That shit was hilarious. I logged in on my Reddit account here. I think I am. Yeah, I am. Nice. Oops. Yeah, let's go. That's funny. Yeah, this is what I was complaining about. Look at this, right? All right. This is what I was like. I was losing my mind at this shit. Because he was just flopping the whole game. And he's sitting there. He fouled out our 22-year-old second-year player. And he's like, he's saying 6 because he got him 6 fouls. And this is when he was, and this is Tobias complaining about the call. And then he, because when he flopped for another one, I thought they were getting rid of that, where you clearly jump forward into the defender. I thought they were supposed to get rid of that, but there it is. And then he didn't even hit all 3. And then everyone was clowning him for this. They were like, how many am I going to lose by tonight? 6. That's funny. I was getting so annoyed. I was like, he doesn't even have to do this shit. I thought I liked Jalen Brunson. Where's that picture of the Magikarp? That was hilarious. No, I can't find it. There's a picture of... maybe it was in like the Knicks Reddit. Maybe it wasn't even this post. That picture of the Magikarp with Jalen Brunson on there was so funny. Hey, we got RPD. Yeah, but it's this killer. I'm gonna waste it for somebody else. I don't want to throw the Scooby-Doos. Oh god. Unfortunate. I went to change directions. I saw the teammate up here. Alright, do we have enough distance to make it around this way? And down the hole? I don't know if you saw me. Dang, he was not even chasing me. I like this new loop. Been trying it out. It's not new, but trying to get some more value out of it. If I could run a perk, which I like the most. If someone forced me to run one perk, and that was it, just one, probably Unbreakable for solo queue. But that's not any of the perks that I would like to run. I like Kindred and We'll Make It. Those are like my 2 favorite. I would end up crutching on Deja Vu, because every time I ever get Deja Vu in the Chaos Shuffle, the very next game I'm like, oh, I don't have Deja Vu anymore. I'm just going to get hit for free here. I don't think I make this pallet. I did easily. What the hell? No, this pallet's gone. I should have been the one to throw it. This is not a good map for this killer as well. That sucks though. Still high mobility. I wasn't gonna make. Maybe no, I wasn't gonna make it to that pallet. Maybe I would have actually. No, I don't think I would have. So we could have tried to play the one pallet. It's crazy how they literally misplayed and thought we were going to play the one pallet and still had a strong enough power to catch up anyway before he could make it to another pallet. That means there was nothing else we could have actually done. If we try to play the one pallet, we'll get hit. Because if we throw the pallet, they can just vault over and we get hit. They misplayed it. They went completely the opposite side around the pallet in the office and tried to make distance from it and couldn't have made it anywhere. What's up, Chase? Oh yeah, we're doing open lobbies tomorrow. To drop a not safe pallet, not before having some fun on it first. Hey, I might not get left unhooked. I was like, well, this looks like a thing, and I was like, hey, these are right here, because I thought they were both over there. Hey, it's the Unbreakaboon. Nice, he did not have to trade. That's what I was worried about. Does it come down here? It does, okay. Dang it. I was excited. I like this loop right here. It's like an ultimate 50-50 attempt and win or lose, obviously. And there's like different variables to winning it. You can vault it in time to be able to turn the corner and make it back to this. You win against this killer because he's high mobility. But same with like Blight. But I was trying to heal them. But if you win it enough where they're in the office, you can vault the other window across from it in front. And then play it back, maybe even go back in the office. Oh, we gotta run, girl. What the fuck? Why did I not take a hit? I could have thrown that pallet on him. That must be the nerf, actually. That is much better than it was before. And it doesn't matter. Super high mobility killer just gets free hits. This killer is so boring to play against. And so easy to play as. I can't believe it. Not the person playing the killer, just the killer by design. It's just way too easy to play as. There's just way too many scenarios. Well, I couldn't do anything else. And it's just like, but it's like, it's okay if they have to work hard for that, like playing against a curved Billy. Yeah, I think Blight is way more fun to play against. Because Blight, you can actually have plays and try to fake them out. This killer, I can't throw the pallet because I'll take a free hit. I can't greed the pallet forever because I'll get a free hit. If I try to make it away from the pallet, I'll get a free hit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dumb and way too easy. Hey, what's up, Migsy? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Migsy? He was smoking on stream. I was jealous. Mine, I don't smoke on stream. I just can't smoke indoors. I would smoke right before I go live. And then if I'm streaming for longer than 3 hours, I smoke while I'm live too. But once again, I go outside. I don't know what to do here. He's injured too. He was running this way and it was getting louder, so I was like, okay, well, the killer's in between me, but I'm not going to make it across and get them out. I'm trying. Which way can I run that I won't get found by the killer? I have to run right. And here comes another free hit. And the pallet's down. Doesn't matter either. That pallet right there you can't get away from. And I was the only person going to get them off the hook, so they're just going to die in a hook. This is such a boring killer. Not the person playing as the killer, just the killer's design is way too easy to play. And has way too much upside. Yeah, you can't even pre-drop, yep. You can't pre-drop, you can't greet it, you can't make it anywhere else. That Scott Jun video was hilarious when he was talking about how bad the design was. He's like, they gotta change this, but the vault thing is really the worst thing. The fact that even at an unsafe pallet, if you throw the pallet, they can still, even with made for this, they can still vault the pallet and you can't even get one loop around and they just get an instant hit. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, there's literally no counterplay. Just get on communications and do gens faster. Not as good as Blight. You're like, yeah, but if you're not on communications, there's literally no counterplay whatsoever. Because we can't coordinate that. Here's the thing, though, Siggy. With Blight, like, those pallets, those unsafe pallets, actually do force Blight into being an M1 killer. It's not true with this one. With this killer, they just have to wait for you to throw the pallet and they get a free scamper hit like Chucky used to. Banned for sell promo. Dude, a lot of people get banned for really dumb shit nowadays. Can't remember the last time we actually banned somebody. I remember somebody was trolling me one time, we banned them, but I ended up unbanning them. I'm like, okay, well, I was just getting trolled. And I should have had a brain to realize I was getting trolled. And I ended up unbanning them anyway. And before that, I don't even remember the last time we banned somebody. That didn't, like, come in and just, like, say some random slur. Because I like trash talk. Trash talk's hilarious. If somebody comes in and talks trash, I'm not going to ban them. I hope they stick around. It's a lot of fun. The same thing, as long as they're not just spam name calling. If they're just going to call me dickhead 14 times in a row, it's like, okay, someone needs a timeout. But even then, we just give them a timeout. Actually, low-key, it's not even low-key. I high-key want people making fun of me when I whine. We call it the roommate rule. Even if someone hasn't been in chat before, their very first chat could be making, like, baby rage or making some joke about me wearing a diaper or something. Time to change that diaper. We call it the roommate rule, though, because my roommate walking by with his laundry, and I'm sitting there whining about a video game, and he laughs at me. It doesn't matter how BS it was. It's still funny. He's like... Because he sees me like, what the fuck is that? Are you fucking kidding me? And then he giggles at me, and it's like... yeah. I'm gonna encourage some baby rage. Yeah, right? Because the word timeout just sounds way funnier, too. Someone needs a timeout. Which guy are we playing against? Ooh, it's Vecna. Better run this docks. Can I make it? Yeah, it'll work. Dang it. Been doing that trick for a minute now. I keep waiting for it to backfire, but it doesn't really backfire that much. It's interesting. But to be fair, that time the pallet was there. Yeah, let's do it. Gotta run to the left. We got a god window there, goddamn. Unless he uses the fly right, you kind of have to count on him not using the fly right. Because if he uses the fly right, it's bad actually how strong of a god window it is. Because that means we couldn't use the excess distance. We'd have to stop and block him here and wait for him to stop and then vault the window. I think I gave her enough space. We're in communications, though. Nice. Okay. I'm not going to stay over there. I'm just getting in the way. Also, what's up, the Cheddar Kingpin? How you doing, mate? I meant to say what's up when I got sidetracked. Garden of Joy main building. Yeah, it's actually nowhere near as bad as it used to be, although I still think that one window shouldn't be possible. If you get the one window right next to it, the weaker version of the main building, or the main window, I think that one should be permanent. The other one's too strong. Because they already nerfed the main window, actually. They made the opening to the deck farther away, so you can't get as many loops on it. Which is more than fair. Hey! What's up, Pega-Wing? Could be Pega-Wung, though. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. We were just talking about that earlier, and I was like, I didn't think about it before. And now I'm thinking about it. Have I been mispronouncing it this whole time? Because we were talking about Fung, and I was saying Fang forever. I mean, I've been saying Fung for like 2 years now, but who were we talking to earlier? I was like, shit. I've been saying this wrong. And then my roommate was like, yeah, like Feng Shui. And I was like, I don't know if Feng Shui was Chinese. That's because I'm a dumbass. Which way do you run? We can't really go to this. Well, fuck it anyway. Oh, it's open. That sucks. You didn't go through it, though. Interesting. Damn it. Oh, it's blocked too. Oh, he bamboozled it. I see. Should have thrown that pallet. I keep forgetting I have the thing. But it's always more fun to see if throwing in the pallet like actually would have saved there. But it's more fun to see if you can try to get value without it. But I have this challenge where I need to throw in, so that would have been the perfect spot too. But I had to loop over here specifically. It's kind of nervous because if you're going up the stairs, you can shoot the skulls and you can't duck underneath them. I don't really feel like I should be saving the pallet, though. We only got 2 hooks and 2 gens are done. Maybe, though. You never know. Maybe even I'll end up getting tunneled. You gotta throw the pallet later. Oh, do we get 3-gen, Dan, at the dock? You know, the funniest, Tyler and Garden enjoys that parking lot one. Also, everybody coming in from Pegasus stream, what's going on? Are you playing DVD, Killer Survivor? Dang it. I was about to be like, that's tomorrow. We're doing open lobbies tomorrow, though. Everybody coming in on Mr. Tater. I've been playing DVD since 2018. It's my main game since 2020. I stream Monday through Friday at 4:20 p.m. I do open lobbies on Wednesdays and Fridays. Been using no perks since 2020 as well. On Killer or Survivor. But I'm going to change that this summer. Because no perks and no add-ons on Killer got old after about 4 years. So I'm going to spend them on Killer on the FNAF DLC and P100 Springtrap. We're all assuming Springtrap's going to be the killer. But I'm going to P100 Springtrap the day it comes out. Because fuck it. Why not? Is this the one where you see him when he's... I do, nice. Nice. Which killer do you main? If you're not doing like the happy dance. Usually right when I raid out, I like have to pee and change rooms to my laptop and whatnot. So I usually try to type one message and then I have to go get set up. It takes me like 5 minutes. Oh, she got found again. He's going to soon. Nice. I have to throw his pallet, I think. Dang it. I have to be in chase, so I had to wait for him to be in chase. I should have thrown that one. Bro, what am I doing? I have to get rid of this challenge. I've had it for too long. It's annoying. I hate throwing pallets, though. It feels cheap throwing pallets. It's so much fun to try to get value without throwing them. That's what makes Survivor, like, literally my favorite. It always feels scandalous trying to get value out of a pallet without throwing it. It's like, haha. You know? Nice! Don't even main one. That's honestly the best way. Because it's never like, oh, I don't want to play that one. Or when you go to switch from your main, you're like, oh, but I want to keep playing my main. Are you cosmetic driven with Killer? I definitely do that. I don't even like playing his dredge that much, but he has such good skins that I'm like, I need to play like 6 dredge matches in a row. Has anyone seen Amadeus? That's what I feel like. I'm like, why can't I wear 6 skins? I don't actually laugh like that. That's how Mozart laughs in the movie. And everybody is like, does think it's bizarre in that movie. Whenever he laughs, everyone looks at him like, what the fuck was that? But he's at like a wig shop and they're putting these different wigs on him. He's like, they're all so nice. He's like, and he wanted to wear them all at the same time, but he can't obviously. He's like, why don't I have 3 heads? And then he cackles like that. And the hairdresser that doesn't even like get really what he's saying. Oh, he's like, oh, is this funny? And starts laughing with him. That's really great. That is like my favorite movie. Damn it. Oh shit, I forgot he had this. This is fine. Bang. Yes! Does he have his power back? Yes! Got the challenge done! I don't think I make this. Damn. That worked so well. But that's why he was keeping me there. I think I should have just left before that. Yeah, you still have to count it. I know it's for a challenge, but we still count those. It still counts as pallet throwing. It's finally done, though. I've had that fucking challenge for days. I had to throw 3 pallets today, dude. It sucks. Fuck the fucking pallet. I kind of wanted to just let go. Do they have the doors open? Because I don't want to let go if they're super out of position. Alright, I'll hit one more skill check. Yeah, there we go. I'm giving him more time. I'll hit one more skill check and then let go on the next 2. No, don't come back, dude. I'm giving him more time to get away. Yeah, I didn't realize that because I don't ever throw pallets, I didn't realize that he could literally start picking up the pallet in the middle of you jumping across it. Like, he literally started the purple thing before I was even jumping across. Because for a second, I thought it wasn't going to let me jump across. And I was like, holy shit. That's why it's more fun to greed. That was good, though. Finally got this stupid fucking challenge out of the way. This shit took for way too fucking long. Damn it. That was good loops, though. And Vecna has 2 anti-chase powers, and they had Bamboozle, and we still got vaulted off it. That was epic. And they used their fly power. We literally outplayed, like, every power at least once, and then we got hit by the hand again. So we literally got through, like, 4 Vecna powers before getting hit at the unsafe docks. I should probably mark that and use it for the stupid Pale Rose guide. That fucking challenge. Thank fuck. That thing took way too long. Excuse my French, but oh my god. I hate shit that's just like, throw pallet. Like, I don't want to. Oh yeah, I do have a one for that map. You know what's funny, Daniel? I thought you were saying Thomas25 has a dank video. I was like, I haven't heard of Thomas25. I was even thinking, I'm like, I should go look at it. You can always learn from shit. There's so much, like, random shit. Like, my doctor has the lowest MMR in, like, history. I was playing against, like, basically people on their first game. Because I used to be a doctor main, and then he got pooped on by consecutive metas with paid for this and Calm Spirit, so they were faster every time they were hurt, and people were running Calm Spirit to counter ultimate weapons, so you'd use Static Blast and get no value either. So then I just started letting survivors go. My doctor went on strike, but then I started getting noob survivors that are absolutely adorable. But now you can't play more than 1 or 2 games because it's boring as fuck. Because I don't want to kill them because it's unfair. I have like 10,000 hours and these guys are like just started. But long story short, right? What I mean by you can learn from anywhere is I was playing on Badham and I was chasing one of the survivors and they jumped out the window and it lined up perfectly with the bush. And like when I ran around this way, I realized it lined perfectly with the bush. And then with the front part, so then they ran right into the front window and I'm like, damn. Like, does it always line up like that? And then it didn't even run back to it because it's like kind of a mistake that they did it. They were just like running looking for window and then there's another one. But at the same time, I'm like, this survivor looked like they were playing like they had like a half hour total played in the entire game. And still it was like, damn, I didn't think about looping it like that. You know? And now I'm always paying attention to the bush because sometimes you do get the bush to line up just like that and you're like, oh my god, this bush is OP like this. And where did I learn that from? A survivor that was probably their second game ever played. But that's also what I mean by survivor's really simple in terms of like mechanics. Yeah, I tried to press pause and I hit it twice. What the fuck? That was some intense frame drop. How long was I in this match before I walk into a killer like it's a free hit? Without throwing that pallet. I wasn't even in this match 10 seconds. We did get the god windows though. It follows the rule with this main building specifically. It's kind of like DBD in general. You get bad RNG when you're playing against like an A or an S tier killer. And then when you're playing against a killer that isn't, you get the god windows. So you got that one and this window over here. But it's always a guarantee whether you get this one or that one, which is why I agreed to this. I was hoping to greed this and then make it to that one, but nope. You can't greed pallets against this killer if they use their power, right? You have to throw it. I didn't want to, though. But if we get a big head start, looping that we could. Just chain it back and forth, I think. But I literally, before I could even run a straight line to the first window in the whole game I could see, I got hit by the killer. Stop this from regressing, I suppose. Oh, here she comes. I ran the wrong way. Dang it. Yeah. Yeah, Corpus Twitch. I'm gonna do that this summer. Because no perks, no add-ons on Killer sucks. Took me 4 years to come to that conclusion, but it's true. No perks and no items and stuff on Killer doesn't really suck. It's a lot of fun. Alright, they're going for that unhook. There we go. That was 100 points exactly. That's funny. So Onryo is actually one of the only killers that got a buff in this playlist. Onryo and Singularity, right? Aren't those the only two? Whereas like Wesker and Nemesis, I don't consider that really even a buff. Because you only have to use the thing like once and then it gets rid of it. Whereas the tapes you kind of have to be on top of, and Singularity you kind of have to be on top of, so it does make doing the blood jugs a lot more time consuming. Versus other killers like Freddy that lost like half his teleports. Over half his teleports, right? How many BPM am I at? Like 140 something million. I was hoping to get maybe 143 today. Yeah, 142. Because the weekly gift was today, but the weekly gift was just like 10 shards or some shit. I'm like, boo. That sucketh the biggest. Sucketh the biggest. Wonder if that was Devour. Devour D's? Uh-oh. I think Bot Daddy has given up. Maybe I'm wrong. He has given up. I was trying to see if he missed skill checks, but I couldn't tell. That's a oh shit. Damn it. That was bad timing. What the fuck? I was playing the window, and then the very second I left the window to get the bigger head start, because I thought she was going to come around the corner and I was going to fake the window, or vault it, depending if she went through the ramp or not. And then the very second I left that, she came around the corner, and I'm like, God damn it. Because I could have been standing at the other corner waiting for her to come up, and then I could jump down and do the exact same thing. It was just like, fuck, man, that timing sucked. Random voice mod, huh? Oh, shit. Too many, but that is fine. Dang it. Schrodinger's dead hard. What's going on, mate? That's just hilarious. That's still a great gamer tag. Yeah, that's a great gamer tag. Schrodinger's dead hard. Does it exist? If it does, might as well wait it out every time just in case. It's another reason I hate Dead Hard. I refuse to like play around a perk, whether it will be there or not. That shit's garbage. I hate that perk. That one, and what's it called? Oh god. Do you think she has that add-on that makes that more intense? Because she came so far around that corner before she appeared. That was crazy. My turn to try to Kobe. This is like that video Cole made. Cole made a video about playing Onryo in this playlist about how much time you have to spend doing the tapes. And like 3 straight games, you just had all these survivors killing themselves on hook and giving up. And he was like, yeah, because this shit's miserable. Because, so, if people don't know the way it works in this one, when I said Onryo is one of, like, only 2 or 3 killers that got buffed in this playlist, most other killers got nerfed. Killers got the shittiest end of the stick in this playlist. It's kind of insane. They got literally nothing extra, and the only possibility was being your power nerf like Freddy. But Onryo's didn't really get nerfed because they still have the TV spawn by the blood generators, which, like, that was the problem with something like Freddy, is Freddy couldn't teleport to the blood generators. And the thing is, when you pick up a tape, you cannot put the tape down. So if you are holding a tape, you have to go all the way across the map to put it away, or you cannot start filling a blood jug. It will not allow you to. Whereas, like, if you're holding... Hey, what's up, Bryce? How you doing, mate? You're playing I was assuming, but whenever you... Excuse me, you know what they say when you assume. You're playing Killer? Survivor? I forgot this is what I listened to. What's going on, mate? How's the stream? Unless you're doing the happy dance. So I usually have to do is talk about that too. Right when the stream ends, it's like, man, I gotta pee and switch to the room so I can get my laptop. Let's go. Killer and Survivor. We're doing the new vent or the other one. The regular vent or regular no vent. Right, Onryo's kind of like a solo queue stomper. and not even in the high MMR. Because the high MMR, everybody knows what to do. But from what I understand, Unreal, well, and I guess it's wrong. I always heard Unreal had a super high kill rate and low MMR because people didn't even know what the tapes were, what to do with them. They're just funny. Oh, they just released the stats. Well, it said 500 and above. Well, 500 and above is ones you start at, right? I think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep. I actually have never had a can and tried to pick up a tape while holding a can, to be fair. I just know for a fact when you pick up a tape, you have to just go all the way across the map and dispense it, because you cannot put the tape down and pick the can up. You have to put the tape away. But same with Singularity, right? Like if you're holding an EMP, you can't get the cans, so you have to be doing all the gens without an EMP. Which means if they have like a pod right by the blood generator, right? You have to walk, get the EMP, do the EMP, then go fill up the blood thing, and then do the blood thing again. Then walk, get another EMP, right? Then get rid of it again, because by the time it's probably came back. Then go to the blood thing and fill up the blood jug, and then come back to it again. Like, those are pretty much the only two killers that really got buffed. And the blood... What do they call this? Blood Moon event. Yeah, makes me want to listen to the Whisper song. The freaking Yin Yang twins. Oh, you can't. So yeah, if you're holding the blood can, you can't even pick up a tape. That's funny. But you can put down the can though. That's the difference, right? You can put down the. Yeah, you can put down the can though and pick up a tape if you need. But you can't put the tape down. So if you're in front of the thing, you can't put the tape down and then pick up a can. I was like, dang, I should have showed in the last game. I'm gonna get another Onryo. Maybe. I'm doing great today. I got a little bit less sleep, but for the best reason. Pistons won a playoff game for the first time in 17 years. That is over half my life. That's my favorite sport team. I could stuff out like that. Last year, the Lions won a playoff game for the first time in my entire life. Dan, I was just thinking that if they remove the limit, I'd be like, fuck it. But also, if they remove the limit, it'd be like, maybe I'll never spend them then. No, I'd spend them on killer. He's got that boozle. That was such a great game, too. I can't believe the Pistons won a playoff game. After winning 14 games last year, they went 14-68. They lost 28 games in a row at one point, which is the longest streak in NBA history. It's definitely not common. Well, maybe at one point, but that was one of the things specifically when I first started making guides. I was like, well, I'm never going to use shaders now. Because I always thought, like, eventually try to get more people to play DBD, and it'd be like, you can play it, because if they're like, no, it's pay to play, and like, or pay to win and stuff like that, it's like, no, you don't even need perks or anything, trust me. But if I had shaders and stuff, I don't want it to be like, well, how'd you get it like this? And it's like, I did this, so you have to have a PC, you know, as opposed to console. But with no shaders, it's like, no, this is how it looks. You know? The suck pit is alive and well. Trying to see what setup we got. Is that a long wall or that's a pallet gym? Into a long wall? Because that's hilarious. It could be a short wall though. Hey, we're supposed to hate each other's teams. I mean, I do. I hate the Pacers. Fuck the Pacers. That's what's fun about sports and video games. You can trash talk and it doesn't matter. But what's funny was after the game, I was in the Pacers Reddit. Because I wanted to see if they were saying anything. Because, like, I saw a bunch of fan bases complaining about Jalen Brunson's flopping. Because it was on national TV, so everyone got to see it. And I've been complaining about that for 2 years. I'm like, this guy flops so much. And then I saw even a post on in the Pacers Reddit about it. There was like, I hate the Pistons. They were like, but they're comparing it. They're like, because they hate the Knicks too, but they're because both of them are like the bad blood runs deep on both of them. They hate the Pistons from 2004 and 2005, and they hate the Knicks since the 90s. You know, with Reggie Miller and Patrick Ewing. Yeah, there he is. But I saw some posts that was like, the team that I hate that's playing actual basketball versus the team that I hate that's not even attempting to play basketball. Which they're talking about, like, if you flop, how you're not actually even trying to score the ball, or you're just trying to get a call from the ref. Because you fling the ball in some random direction that it has no chance at actually going in, you know? Unethical hoops, they call that. Called Cade is like the king of ethical hoops, because he never flops, like, ever. He doesn't fling his head back or any of this shit. But he also doesn't get as many calls, because he doesn't embellish shit. Yeah, but the Bad Blood started the year before. That was when Malice of Palace happened, was because the Bad Blood was already from the year before. Because if the Pistons didn't beat the Pacers in that 7-game series, the Pacers probably would have won the championship. I mean, it's easy to say that. They might not have matched up well with Kobe and Shaq. Because we actually matched up perfectly against Kobe and Shaq. We just had Rip Hamilton running around a bunch because Kobe played defense. This is one of the reasons, like, just one of the things, you know. But Kobe actually played great defense, so they purposely had Rip Hamilton running around the whole time, so Kobe was getting tired. And then we had 2 big men to guard Shaq that worked differently, in Rasheed and Ben Wallace. And the other team, the other vets were too old, and then they didn't have any other pieces because they had to pay Kobe, Shaq, and then it was Gary Payton, and who's the other one that was on that team? That was like a past their line vet. I should have left them on hook longer. Did they make it to the window? I think they do, right? He knows what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna do it anyway. Now, can we greed this over and over until the bamboozle runs out, is the question. Nope. Damn it! Right when it went. Oh, Karl Malone. Yeah, that's who it was. But then they couldn't. They didn't have many other pieces because those 4. I mean. It was Karl Malone though. Good shit. We really matched up well with them, but still, I like to think that if the Pacers would have beat us, because we woke Kobe, Shaq, Lakers in like 5 games. It was 4-1. It was a gentleman's sweep, they call it, but the Pacers series went 7, and we would have lost if it wasn't for that Tayshaun Prince chase down block. Dude, the disrespect the other day when LeBron. What did I watch? Somebody got a chase down block, and they said, and they were comparing it to LeBron's chase down block, and they said Tayshaun Prince's chase down block was reminiscent of LeBron's chase down block, and you're like, how can something that happened 10 years before something else be reminiscent of the thing that hasn't happened yet? It was funny though. I think honestly it was just fun to like make fun of it, but I think they just mixed it up. They meant to say that LeBron's block was reminiscent of Tayshaun Prince's. But that was when Garen Sheed happened, when Rasheed Wallace said, put it in the front page, back page, middle page, whatever, and we will win game 2. They call it the Garen Sheed. Better now than never. Could you make it somewhere? Nope. I thought we were gonna go the other way, which makes no sense. This is what I mean by I'm a terrible body blocker. Oh fuck. Nice, okay. I was like, because he could stalk them before they leave. Uh-oh. I get it. He's gonna get exposed. Damn. Just barely. I thought about faking it, like we were talking about in that one video. But I was like, if I fake it, then he gets exposed and I don't even get the unhook. That's terrible. Not worth the fake. That is not the scenario to try it. I do think that would have happened. Don't see me. Let me stealthily crawl to hatch. I'm holding shift. It makes me crawl faster. It's weird that as the last survivor down on the ground, it's not giving me the option to abandon. Oh, it's because endgame collapse. That's why. I want to play music, but I'm trying to listen for Hadge. Press it harder. I gotta take off the restraint thingy on my controller so I can press it down further. Lore accurate Jonathan Byers protecting Nancy. I'm running out of time to find this hatch. No, 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 no. Damn it. See, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Damn. It's funny because the exit gate is open, actually. Yeah, I should have listened to Skinny. I should have gone back to the exit gate. Waited him out at that, like, pile of logs, maybe. I think, no, he had to have searched that pile of logs. There's no way he didn't. Damn it. That would have been an epic escape. I was like, can you imagine if we make it to the hatch right as, like, the end game collapse is ending? Alright, this is probably last game, and then I'll play, like, a song or two on Guitar Hero. So this is one of those times where I really have to pee. I'm like, I don't want to pee and then play one more game, you know? But I have to pee so bad. Yeah, 10 ass city. I love that city of 10 asses. One day, I'll return to that city and praise the 10 asses. Perfect song to be playing while discussing that. I wasn't even thinking about it, and I'm like, this actually fits. People on YouTube, but we're listening to Miss New Booty. It's not fun gaming with a full bladder. Have you seen Liar Liar? I always think about this when you think about, like, holding your pee. When he's forced to lie the whole time, and he's in court, and he realizes that he can, like, sort of call for a break by saying, I have to pee, because he actually does have to pee. And then the judge is like, can it wait? He's like, yes, it can! Because he can't lie, he's like, but I heard if you wait, you can damage the whatever thing, which can lead to this and that. And the lawyer and the judge is just sitting there looking at him. Is that true? But he can't lie, and he's like, it has to be. Well, in that case, let's take a recess for everybody here. That might have been the first Jim Carrey movie I saw. He's one of my favorite actors. I love Jim Carrey. I don't think I've seen a movie where I didn't like Jim Carrey in it. which is wild because he played some crazy haunted characters. Good song, but not in a mood for it. Also good song, not in a mood for it. Listened to this yesterday. Yeah, let's go. See, those are good reasons, right? And you're like, if well, I guess the first two. It's more the contrast from the song before. It's like 2 slow songs, and I'm not in a mood for slow music. And the third one, we just listened to this yesterday. It's like, if you skip a song, it shouldn't be on the playlist. Like, no, it's just I don't want to listen to Celine Dion right after Slipknot or something like that, you know? Or an opposite. If I'm listening to Celine Dion and here comes Slipknot, it's going to be like, you know? This is probably going to be a rough-ass match on this against Nurse. Maybe not. Oh, fuck, she's patient. Nothing more scary than a patient nurse. You think a patient, a huntress is scary? Wait till you see a patient nurse like this shit. She didn't even swing or nothing. That's the scariest shit in the game. Yeah, you can make some extra distance. Damn it. Hold W. Yay! I got lucky both times already. I've already won 2 50-50s. Although technically I've won 4 50-50s already. I'm getting good RNG. Damn it, if this wasn't Nurse, I would love to try this tile over here. Yeah, I need to see Sonic 1 and 2 again. Sonic 3 was great. Because I have 2 nephews, so I have all 3 of them on YouTube, because I buy the movies on YouTube as well. My sister's logged in on her TV, or Fire Stick, or whatever it is. Roku, maybe. So when I buy movies on YouTube, they get it too. YouTubes. Pokemans. Here we go. I have to pee. Drinks more water. That's what I got from Cottonmouth. A dreaded challenge. No longer doing it. Feels so good. In hindsight, though, we actually got a lot of clutter on this map, so it's actually pretty good against Nurse. You can't break line of sight, and that's originally what I was like, uh-oh. But, like, look at all this random shit you can use to force into a 50-50, you know? But that right there is why Nurse is one of my favorite killers in the whole game to play against. Plus, every time you get down by Nurse, even if it feels like I couldn't have done it, you're like, well, I could have doubled back, like, right before it. I can't remember the last time I got hit by Nurse, and it was like, dang, there's nothing I could do. Every now and then, it's super patient, and they blink right at you, and they don't even try to blink it again, and you're like, oh, fuck, no matter what, they're going to blink twice. Once again, it's like, well, I could have also lucked out how I played that first blink and double backed, and then I had enough distance where they had to blink twice, you know? Diddy Saurus Rex 69. I like to think that's Diddy from Donkey Kong Country. That's the real Diddy. Because when Diddy came out in Donkey Kong Country, wasn't his name Puff Daddy? Because he was Puff Daddy before P. Diddy. And then he was Diddy. And then he was in prison. Or is he not technically in prison yet? Has his trial not happened? He's in holding or whatever. Awaiting trial. Joshy204, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Right, I feel like the most consistent thing for Nurse is to not double back on the first blink and the second one. And then once that works once or twice, then you got to start worrying about. But what I love about Nurse, and she literally would be my favorite killer in the whole game to play against. But, you know, I talk about the scandalous feeling of not throwing a pallet and getting value anyway. And Nurse has, you can't, like, greeting a pallet isn't really a thing against Nurse. That's like the only thing that holds Nurse back from being my favorite. What I love about Nurse is everything you see on the map is something you can try to use against Nurse, and that's what's really cool. There's not another killer in the game like that. Twins is kind of like that. Okay, nice. But same thing, you need something really small. It's like those are too long. You need something smaller than this. Like against Victor, this bench might be like perfect against Victor. You know what I mean? But that's what makes Twins fun to play against with Victor, because you're like, dude, what else in the whole game would I ever get value off of that? Maybe if a Billy's flying at you from across the map and you hide behind that for a second so you don't get, and then you can make it somewhere else, but same thing, it's just fun to get value off of shit. It's like, damn, that stuff you like don't ever notice, and then you play against this killer and you're like, where are all those things that I'm always ignoring usually? And it's fun. I do play killer Joshu, but I haven't really been playing much killer since the 2v8, the first 2v8 came out. Because I play no perks, no add-ons on Killer as well. I'm a Nemesis main. One of the reasons I have so many blood points is because I would get Iridescent 1 Killer and Survivor every single month. But once again, I play no perks, no add-ons on Killer, and that got old about 4 years in. Because about 4 years in is when the first 2v8 came out. And when the 2v8 came out, I went from like already kind of struggling because it felt like more like, all right, I have to get my Iridescent 1 on Killer, as opposed to like, I'm going to play some Killer and have fun. It was like, all right, I got to get my Iridescent 1. It felt like working. And I was like, this sucks. So then when the 2v8 came out, I went from like already struggling to make 1v4 Killer fun. I'm like world number 6 Nemesis on the public leaderboards as well. Sorry. I should probably say that. It always feels like I'm bragging though. I mean, I have like 15,000 whip downs on Nemesis, on a P0 level 1 Nemesis. Very nice. But same thing, I'm just bored. I want to use Marvin's Blood and Liquor Tongue on him. So this summer when Five Nights at Freddy's comes out, I'm spending the blood points. Because it went from like already kind of struggling to have fun in 1v4, no perks, no add-ons, to 2v8 where I had perks and add-ons built in and a teammate to have fun with. And going back from that to the 1v4 again with no perks, no add-ons, I'm like, man, this sucks. And ever since then, it just like killed all my drive to play Killer. So I'm getting as many Survivor clips as I can, so when Five Nights at Freddy's comes out, I don't even have to play any Survivor. I pretty much wouldn't even have to play Survivor at all anyway, and I could still keep making Survivor videos until all the maps are done. Except for like Lake Mine, and even Lake Mine I have clips on like every single tile already. I just don't have like an extensive amount of clips like I do on the other ones. But I could already make like 2 single tile videos on Lake Mine and I have clips for it, you know. But I'm also not a full-time content creator. That is the goal. I will be one day. You gotta speak it into action, right? You don't want to jinx it by saying I will be, but you're also afraid to say I'm going to be a full-time content creator one day, then maybe, you know, you gotta speak it into existence. Well, the reason I actually hadn't made any videos for a while is because, well, first I had to be in the hospital for like a week because I had seizures. Still don't know why that happened, but I had to be a week for hospital for a week. And then there was a holiday season, and then when I was getting back into the editing, oh my god, I thought they were gonna get. Okay, they did. Nice. No, they didn't. Okay, nice, they did. Dang. But then Twitch announced this new rule that was for highlights, because I highlight every Survivor game I play. That's why I get the long looping guides, so I can have examples against like every killer, multiple examples, and like hundreds of games played, and it's all in those long looping guides. Because like if it's an 8-hour looping guide, only like 2 hours of that's a walkthrough. Most of it is like edited down examples. Because those, they're super long, but they're edited from start to finish. That's why they take a while. But I had 5,700 highlights, and that was 1,400 hours worth. And then Twitch came out with a new rule that said, if you're over 100 hours of highlights, then it's over the cap, and you have to get rid of everything, and you can't highlight anything new until you're underneath the 100-hour cap. So it took me like over a month, or every single day, like all my editing time was going to downloading all my like highlighted matches one by one. But now it's even better. Now I can do the short videos way faster. It's all in one spot, so I kind of tested that the last 2 weeks when I made single videos. I was like, can I make single videos while still working on the long guides? Because that's what I couldn't do last year, because I had to spend so much time downloading the videos for the short ones and the long ones, but now it's all in one spot. So now the first thing I do when the stream's over is I highlight every match, or later, sometimes, like last night I was lazy, so I watched the game, and like before, like as I was in bed, I did the highlights. And then when I wake up in the morning to get me starting to get productive, I usually download the highlights and then put them on the hard drive, but that gets me doing something, so I'm like, oh, I can start doing some editing now since I'm already working. That's if I don't work, though. If I work, I gotta go to Dispo. But if I work 9 to 3. That's why I can stream at 420. That's also why I don't stream on the weekends, because a lot of times I try to do work doubles on the weekends. I don't know, this is gonna be like impossible, but that's because I try to work less during the weeks if I can. Maybe you can work a double on the weekend, you're like, hey, let's go. Or 2 doubles sometimes. I work at a dispensary. I'm a bud tender. I like bartending more. I bartended for years. But bud tending is easier, but it's a lot more standing around. Like, my feet didn't used to bother me when I bartended because you're walking around a lot. Bud tending, you kind of just stand in one spot a lot. So my feet kind of bother me. That's like the only complaint, though. There's people like throwing their backs out and shit, so that's not even like a complaint. Like, oh, my feet, you know. But it's just strange to me how my feet hurt worse after a 6-hour shift than it did after like a 10-hour bartending shift. Oh, right. What time is it? 6:56. Nope, I gotta play some Guitar Hero really quick. Does anybody have any requests? Guitar Hero requests? Oh, I'm sorry, Joshy. I was gonna play a Guitar Hero song or two, maybe even 3. And then yeah, and then oh yeah. So just so people know, I'm like not like it's no cap with the One second, I'll show you the Nemesis thing. This is why I don't play Killer anymore. This got old. But I want to spend the blood points. I'm going to spend them this summer because I have 142 million. I just haven't spent blood points forever. But, let me see this. Here we go. Makes me want to watch Pulp Fiction. Anything Avenged Sevenfold. Let's go. I'm down for that. Yeah, so I got, see, no perks since 2020 TV. I got 15,093 whip downs. On a P0 level 1 Nemesis. You know, I've never spent. You know? So, like, because people are like, I bet you use perks on Killer off stream or whatever. And I'm like, I can't because all my killers are P0 level 1. You know? Dredge. Dredge is a lot of fun to play, but we were talking about it earlier, man, because the skins are so good. Dredge has such good skins. The same thing, it's like I need to play like 6 Dredge games and get through the skins because they all look awesome. Get down, get down, get down. Alright, here we go. Hey, let's go. It is open lobbies tomorrow too. Yeah, exactly what Hi is saying. I'm gonna play a little bit. Do some Avenged Sevenfold really quick. Fast forward. It's funny, every now and then somebody's like, do you play another game? It's like, I play Guitar Hero at the very end of the streams. It's usually like a song or 2, sometimes 3, if the songs are short. Almost easy. I think I'm gonna play a different one though. What other songs I got by them? I got a lot of Avenged Sevenfold, damn. What do you want me to play? Is Sinister still here? Got any favorites? Which one you want? It's more fun playing one I haven't heard before, to be fair. Shepherd of Life, do I have that one? I do, okay. So it's really hard, huh? We'll find out. This is a sight read. I've never heard this song before either. It's the most fun way to listen to a new song is played on Guitar Hero, especially when it's really hard and you're like struggling. You're like, goddamn. It's a little rough sometimes, but it's super hard because it's a warm-up song. But it makes it even funnier. Like, damn, I can't hit shit. Got a long intro, though, so I'm assuming this is going to be hard. Dang it. I was trying to whammy bar. Aw. I overstrummed. Whoops. My hand slipped off my guitar there, actually. That was really fun. I was strumming way too fast. Woo! Aw. Aw, fuck. Yeah, that was fun. I could have hit a lot better if I didn't slip my hand off that first part of the solo. I missed a lot of... It wasn't even that fast. That's the sad part. I kind of want to play the solo again. Aw. Was that the last one? I want to do that solo again. Oh, it's not audible because YouTube's like newer to the stream game. So there's like YouTube doesn't make it easy. You're like risking a copyright strike if it goes by YouTube. Twitch, there's actually multiple ways, but Twitch, same thing. You used to not be able to play any type of thing. But now there's two things you can do. If it goes on the VOD, nice, that was the end of it. So I missed 15 notes, but it was like all in the solo. 1 second. There's solo again. There we go. Fuck. I did better on the first part this time, but aw. There we go. That was a much better run. Oh, it said 97, but it told me it was 98 on that last one. Yeah, the first time, yeah, exactly. I did it better the first time. The middle part. I'm not like trying to 100% it. I was just like, what was that first part I wanted to see? I want to play some more of the other solos. I end up doing this sometimes with Guitar Hero. You don't even play like full songs, you're just playing the solos. Is this a different version of this? Although, I'll be honest. This song's really good. I could have skipped this part, but... This part's real easy. It's a good song though. Oh, what the fuck? Why did I hit the first time? Woo! I want to do almost easy too. Pinky on that. Let's go. I don't belong here. We gotta move on here. Escape from this afterlife. This time I'm right. Move on and on. Far away from here. Got nothing against you, but surely I miss you. This place or a piece in my life. Won't you mind? Take me back inside when the time is right. Yeah, that song is good as fuck. Yeah, you know it's fun. Oh no, I can, but we'll still be spending the blood points because because Foons. Whenever I think of every now and then, I'll just do like a surprise stream. I haven't done it in a long time because I've been busy and tired. But if I have energy to play any type of games, like I'm going to stream. Just like I said, I'm usually trying to work more on the weekends. But every now and then I'll just like go live and play Guitar Hero. But I probably won't go live on Twitch because it's like sorry, live on YouTube just because that exact thing. But I don't want to end the stream earlier either and be like, all right, YouTube, suck it. You know, that sucks. You know, so I just kind of keep it just for this. Here we go. Aw. Oh, this one's not that hard, is it? Yeah, that's not that hard. Aw. Almost easy. Whoops. There we go. I know which last song I want to play. Or which part of which last song I want to play. Remember that song I was doing blindfolded? I'm not going to do the whole song, but I have a teeny little bit of time. My very first YouTube video. About way. Yeah, there we go. This was the song I could do blindfolded. This is well over half the song, though. Fuck. This song is so good. Oh my god. So much faster for me. This was the song, remember, on that that other crazy TatorHead blindfolded? This is the song that I did blindfolded and sent to that guy on Xbox. Because he said I was hacking. Because I just whooped his ass on this song. I could whoop your ass with a blindfold on. Whoops. Mess up the easy stuff. And then they bring back the fast strumming in the beginning. This is such an epic song. Woo! That song is so nasty. So that was the song that I 5-starred blindfolded and then sent to the guy. It's not easy. I told you guys that it's not an easy song because all this shit. But here's the thing, right? When I say I skipped that, that's how the song starts. Like, so this is verse 1, chorus 1, bridge 1, and then we're back to verse 2. This is where I started. So like all I skipped was like all fast strumming. This song is like so fucking fast from start to finish. And then the solos are just so good. This song is so good. You draw the line and stick to your pride. Remember the doubts by which I now stand. You wrote the book on the way to lands. Oh, that song is so good. Ooh. Dr. Emerald or Progressive Lotus? Playing Killer. Also playing Killer. No, playing Survivor. Let's go Lotus, because ASAB. Let's go Lotus. I can raid Dr. Emerald soon as well. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sorry I didn't remember to say that throughout the stream, but it is such a privilege to have friends to hang out with and talk to and do open lobbies with, like tomorrow and Friday. It is going to be open lobbies tomorrow and Friday. It's always going to be Wednesdays and Fridays. Going to be live again tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. And like I said, it's going to be doing open lobbies. And I am working on Toba Landing. That should be out this weekend as well. If somebody doesn't have time to drop by at some other point during the week, but I should have that one done. If it wasn't Easter weekend, I could have maybe even had it done this weekend, and then, but there was a lot going on, and then I should have worked more last night, but the Pistons won their first playoff game for 17 years, and I was like, oh, so I was like, I am not getting shit done for a little bit here, unfortunately. But I'm gonna have Toba Landing done by this weekend, I think, and I just have a bunch of videos I'm gonna make. I have so many videos. I'm so excited, and I have more editing time. Woo! Get ready for a video every single week, because that's gonna happen for a while. Especially when we get back into looping stuff, because like talking about trash talk, there's like a core mechanic of looping, and there's like the deal to make with Billy. Those are like 3 videos I want to make first, and then it's right back into the it'll be like 2 or 3 short looping guides in a row, and then a long one, then 2 and 3 in a row, and a long one, like, because I'm going to work on the long ones as I'm working on the short ones at the same time. But everyone, have an amazing night. Please remember to take care of yourself. I know a lot of people put other people's first, and that is a really good thing, but also please remember to take care of yourself. Drink water, do all the things you need to get enough sleep. But have an amazing night, and please take care of yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4:20 and the next day doing open lobbies. So all you got to do is type exclamation join, and it'll put you in. So see you tomorrow.